What's up, guys? I got the keys here back with another video. So, I'm sure a lot of you are feeling this deep call inside of you to do something with your life, right? Do something with your purpose, do something with your own energy. Um, and, I know that this comes at certain times in life. Um, so usually it's when you got tired of the boring, mundane 9 to 5. Life just kind of feels stagnant, right? Like you just been doing the same thing for years and years and years. I know that's what happened for me. Um, Now I still do what I used to do, but now that I'm doing YouTube on the side, right? Um, this was how I chose to express my light, and um, it was something that I felt was needed because I had so much wisdom within me that I didn't know what to do with it, and you try to tell people around you, they don't understand. You try to tell your family, they don't understand. Um, Now, they might understand a little bit of what you're saying, but most of the time you just sound crazy to people um, because they're still trapped in the ego mind. They're still trapped in the ways of the matrix. And it's not that that's wrong, right? It's just we've all been there, right? Um, I remember what it was like to be there. And But I want to get to the point here, and that is that you have a reason for being here, and that is to uplift the consciousness here, right? As we ascend, Mother Earth is ascending with us, right? Um, and even further than that, it's like there's something so specific and unique to you. Nobody else can do it like you can. Okay. Nobody else has your voice. Nobody else has your eyes. Nobody else has your look. Okay? There's nobody else like you. Um Nobody has your exact frequency, right? And so it's not to give you an ego, right? Of, oh, I'm special, and right, but it's to understand that you have a unique um viewpoint of the world. You have a unique perspective on how everything is working within your field, in your world, in your mind, in your heart. Okay. um and there's somebody that's looking for that. There's somebody that is looking for the exact way that you explain things. There's somebody that looks for the way that you are able to explain things and express the energy, because they might be looking for exactly what you're putting out. And you might not think you're doing a lot, but you have to understand that for somebody else it could be the biggest thing ever, right? There's times where I've made videos, guys, and I'm like, I feel like I didn't say anything, but then there's tons of comments and they're like, wow, this helped me. I understand, like, and there's people that resonate with it, and they'll be like, wow, yeah, I just went through something similar, and whatever. And I mean, it's not exactly that, but you get my point. Um, there's somebody that needs you as much as they're needed by other people. Um, and we all need each other in the end, okay? Because we all are each other. Maybe not outwardly, we might be different on the outside, but on the inside we are all the same. Okay. um and again, this is so important because there's literally nobody else like you, and there's somebody that needs your vibration, there's somebody that needs your frequency, there's somebody that is looking for the exact type of person that you are. Okay. um and putting yourself out there might be scary, but that's the whole point. The more you face your fears, the easier this shit gets. Because, dude, if I if I stayed so scared that I never created what I wanted to, I would live my life, and I would end up dying and not be happy with how I lived it, right? But, as of right now, this is exactly how I want to live. Um Now, not everything's perfect in my life. We all like it's just not going to be, right? There's going to be shit that goes wrong. There's going to be stuff that comes up and we have to deal with. That's fine. Um but ultimately I know I tried. I know that I put myself out there. I know that I gave it effort. Um I know that I helped people, and for me that's enough, you know? And I also saved myself, right, through this work. Not just on YouTube, but just doing the inner work, Um, everybody's waiting for Jesus or Krishna or Buddha to come down and save them. It's just you have to save you, okay? It's not something to be scared of. There might be some dark shit you got to go through. There might be some stuff that you are not ready to see. Um, but the easier the quicker that you face it, the easier this gets, because you realize all of it's an illusion. All of the fear is not real, right? They always say false evidence appearing real, right? So, any fears that you have is actually probably what you want to do. And I mean, like, outwardly pursuing, not like, oh, I'm scared of clowns, but you get what I'm saying. Um, so, if you're scared of putting yourself out there, do it. Just start facing the fear, because, like, at first I had the thoughts, and I was like, people are going to think I'm weird. People are going to think this. People are going to think that. My family isn't going to understand what I'm doing. Um, People that I know are going to find the videos, and they're going to call me something. But then I realized, I'm like, all of this is just projections of my mind. That's just how I think. That doesn't mean that's what they're going to think. Right. So, and then I changed my perception a little bit, and I just said, well, what if it's the opposite? What if they actually agree with what I'm saying? What if they actually understood me? What if they actually saw the real me? Um, and that changed everything. Uh, so if this is something that you're facing right now, of putting yourself out there and actually creating the content or the artwork or the music or whatever you want to do, um, I would strive for you to do that. Please do that. Put all of your energy into that, all of your focus into that. Um, because somebody needs you. And with that being said, I am doing one-on-ones. So if you're struggling with this and you need some encouragement or some words of wisdom, I have your back here, okay? Um, my all of my stuff will be down in the description. All you got to do is hit my email, and just send me your name and what you're kind of going through, a short description, and we'll get that set up and we'll handle it, okay? Um, but back to the topic is, you are important here, and it's not again, it's not an ego thing, like, oh, I'm more important than other people or whatever. But no, but everybody needs you because they are you. So you need you, right? There is no separation. I am you and you are me. So the more that you help others, the more that you put your light out, the more the people that are in the dark are able to come out. Okay? So trust in that. Trust in your heart. Trust in what your soul is guiding you towards. Trust in what source is putting you through. Um, and that it's all leading towards your highest good. Say that to yourself. Everything is happening for my highest good. Always. I would strive for you to say that as much as you can to yourself throughout a day, right? When something goes wrong, say it, and just say thank you. Thank you, source. Um, that's been one of my biggest things is gratitude, right? Just being grateful for being alive, like, and being grateful for what I do have and what I'm able to um, give to others, right? So I hope this helped in some way, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Drop comments on what you're going through, and um, maybe if you're experiencing this kind of thing. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.